Greetings. Welcome to Tuesday's edition. The video's so off, it cracks me up. Because you're still up like this, and now I can hear it snorting. Welcome to Tuesday's edition of Relative Truths. My name is Vince. You're
Tom.
okay, I wasn't even, you just interrupted me. Never mind. That's Tom. How are you, Tom? Miss?
I'm good.
Thomas? Just do it.
Tom's good.
Just do it. You okay?
Tom's good.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
I'm good.
There we go. All right. So, how was your weekend? You don't know. We'll figure that out next week.
Yeah.
So I'm not going.
I don't know how my weekend was yet. I'll let you know next year.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to the Irish Cultural Festival because I'm Port Irish from Cork, Ireland. So.
Listen, you can't have it both ways, man. You can't sit here and complain about how you couldn't get your Italian sausage sandwich last week and then talk about going to the Irish Cultural Festival. It just doesn't work.
I'm Italian.
You could be one or the other. You could be one or the other.
Italian Irish. I can show you my ancestry. I can show you my ancestry.com right now. Italian and Irish.
You could.
More Italian.
You could, but nobody would care.
And I am 2% Ashkenazi Jewish. So I can make fun of the Jews because I am Jewish. So there.
Yeah, so funny you bring that up. So I haven't done a DNA.com. So here's a little bit of a confession, right? I haven't done like a DNA.com or Ancestry.com or anything because I am honestly slightly terrified that I'm going to have a bunch of like bastards showing up at my door after I do it. But I've wanted to do one for years. And I already know that I'm a mutt. I know that like on my dad's side, we're like majority German. But on my mom's side, there's like, I think there's Welsh, there's French Canadian, there's Irish, there's, like basically everything from Europe. But so Michael, my son, is looking to do Ancestry.com or whatever type thing.
Yeah, go to Ancestry. Don't go to 23andMe.
And so he was just kind of like doing some basic stuff, and he was looking up like the history of our last name, and apparently it's either German or it's Jewish. Ashkenazi Jewish. So I could be Jewish too. I don't know.
Awesome. Then we can just rip on Israel together.
Then we could totally tear them up.
Yes. And nobody could do anything against us.
Right.
Because you're anti-Semitic.
Listen, dude, I can make fun of my people.
That's right. All right. Well,
so maybe I'll do that this year.
Do it, dude. Ancestry.com. Look, I don't know where to start this week. I got lots of things. Not lots, couple. All right. So are you following this pretrial hearing with the Tyler Robinson thing, Charlie Kirk assassination?
Not following it closely. I'm seeing the highlights. I saw one came out yesterday or the day before that basically said like, okay, so the gun doesn't match, the prints don't match, the bullets, like nothing matches, but
nothing matches.
Yeah.
So here's what happened. All right, and this has got a lot of people concerned. Here's what happened. Nothing matches. The state's case is getting just destroyed because they have no evidence, none. The car that they're showing as his Challenger is actually looks nothing like his actual car. So they're lying about the car. They're lying about just everything. The DNA. Oh, his DNA was on everything. Well, his DNA was the minor DNA on the screwdriver and the towel. Lance Twiggs's was the majority DNA. So there's just the pictures that they do have clear of him aren't him, and they've proven that. And he was 3 hours away at 10 o'clock at night when he supposedly was sending texts from, or whatever the name of that city is. God bless you, damn it. So,
Michael, Vince says, God bless you, damn it. Sorry. I just think like 4 times.
So he supposedly was sending Lance Twiggs these texts that the FBI showed. This is, this is evidence. text from Orville, Utah, that he's sitting there in his car waiting for the police to leave so he can go get his gun, right? He's like, well, they're still here, blah, blah, blah. Well, he was 3 hours away in a steakhouse. There's no way he could have made it back there by the time these texts were sent. So their case is falling apart, okay? So what happens? Erica Kirk invites these influencers to pre-trials. People like this clown. He particularly didn't go, but his best buddies, Graham Allen, who's another douche canoe, who, fight me,
Didn't
Graham
bring
Allen.
up at all last episode, and it took you less than 5 minutes this one. All right.
Because this is important.
You're a work in progress.
She specifically invited Benny Johnson, who I loved Benny Johnson. I lost all respect for him last week on this. She invited him Friday. Well, and Brandon Tatum and all these other freaking paid shills for TPUSA. They go to this hearing. Now, this is what kills me. How are people this stupid? Okay. How are they this fucking stupid? They go to this hearing, which is an open hearing, taped. It's open to the public. It's whatever, everything. All right. So they come out and they said, it's done. Open shut case. What you guys didn't see, what they showed that they didn't release, whatever to the public, was crystal clear video of Tyler Robinson taking the shot, 4K video of him, his face, everything. It's done deal. He did it. Brandon Tatum said this. Benny Johnson. Graham Allen came out. Of course, he's got to call everybody that Candace Owens and everybody evil, disgusting, should die and burn in hell because this is an open and shut case, blah, blah, blah. Then there was other people at the same hearing saying, oh, what the fuck they're talking about. The only video they showed was the grainy shit they had before, just a little bit more enhanced and zoomed in. But you couldn't tell if it was a buffalo, a elephant, or Tyler Robinson on that roof. You couldn't tell. There's no 4K video of anything. But they all came out and stated this, that it was open and shut, 4K video, blah, blah, blah. Done deal. He did it. Which was blatant lies. So why would they do this? Why would they knowing that other people are seeing it, we're at the same hearing, are going to debunk this? And I think I kind of figured it out, and I put up a actual short video about it. I don't know if you saw it. It's on my TikTok. It's on my Instagram.
I don't follow you on TikTok or Instagram.
Well, yeah, see, and douche.
You could be upset about that, but I don't follow really anybody on TikTok or Instagram. The only reason I have a TikTok account is because my wife keeps sending our family TikToks, and they don't allow you to watch them anymore unless you have the app and account.
So here's what I'm thinking. And I got this from Baron Coleman, and he's a podcaster, and he deals with just facts. He's a retired criminal defense attorney, and he's been following this pretrial, hearing. The government cannot afford for Tyler Robinson to go to court, to go to trial. They can't afford it because all their lies, all their cover-ups, all of their bullshit, Fed slop bullshit will come to light. And everybody now is realizing it's a cover-up. They're lying. They lied about the gun. They lied about his car. They lied about the text. They lied about everything, the DNA. They lied about everything. They're covering something up. They paved over the crime scene within 3 days. Something's being covered up. So it's come to the realization, a number of people, that Tyler Robinson wasn't supposed to survive that day. He wasn't supposed to survive that day. And that's why he gave himself up. That's why
then it's open and shut.
Right. He- That's why he gave himself up to the police, because that was the only way to guarantee his safety, because they were after him. And that's why he was 3 hours away. And that's why he would, so they can't
So do you
afford, they can't, they can't afford for him to go to trial. So what they do is, with these influencers coming out and saying it's an open and shut case, they're catering to the idiots that still believe mainstream media and influencers, so that when Tyler Robinson is found in his cell, maybe, hopefully not, but maybe the way of
Jeffrey Epstein?
Jeffrey Epstein, they could say, well, they had the evidence. It was an open and shut case. So he unalived himself, which makes a lot of sense. So I'm really concerned. I'm really worried about this kid making it to trial. And Baron Coleman brought something else up too. So he's very concerned for Erica Kirk's safety too, because it turns out she was too stupid to even play her part right, because she keeps screwing everything up every time she talks. And she keeps lying and getting caught, and she's hurting the narrative. So that's, right now the concerns with Tyler Robinson, that he makes it to
So
trial if the judge
do
throws it
you
to trial.
think do you think that Tyler Robinson was in on it and got cold feet?
No,
Not cold feet for doing it, but cold feet for taking the fall for it.
I think I think he may have been involved, had a small part in it. And yeah, I think he got cold feet.
Like, do you think that he
But
knew that it was like this bigger thing and that he was going to be the fall guy
no,
and he was okay with it
no,
because he was so against Charlie?
no, he wasn't against Charlie. That's the thing. He comes from a Republican house, a Trump supporting house. He
Yeah, but
technically wasn't against Charlie. The thing is, I don't think
there's
he
lots of
thought,
people that come from Republican households that turn their back on it
no,
because of one reason or another.
he wasn't
So
against
I'm not
Charlie.
saying that he's one of them. I'm just saying that that's not, that in and of itself is not evidence of
No
him
one
not
in
being
his
against Charlie.
no one in his family, grandparents, parents, nephews, cousins, whatever, all of them said he was not a political person. He never discussed politics. He had no hatred towards one side or the other. He leaned more with this, where his family leaned, but he just wasn't a political person. He was a fisherman. He was a kid. He was a very smart kid. He was school bound. Lance Twiggs is a federal whatever. I think Lance Twiggs had a major part in this, and I think Lance Twiggs was
Well,
guiding
who's Lance?
guiding. He was his roommate.
That was that the
Supposedly his,
furry roommate?
yeah, supposedly the
Okay.
furry, but he's not really a furry. That was a ruse too. But I think Lance Twiggs sort of guided him and coerced him into this, maybe blackmailed him or whatever. But Lance Twiggs, I think, has a major part in this. So, and now he's got immunity. Man, as soon as this was done, the Fed swooped in, got Lance Twiggs, hid him, and gave him immunity right away. Why would they do that? That was fucking weird. But so I think he got cold feet or realized what was happening, turned himself in. He's like, they're going to kill me. I need to turn myself in. Turns himself in, and that fucked everything up. Because now the Fed's there, because Charlie was shot with a 30-06. We found the rifle. Tyler Robinson's dead. Open and shut case.
Right. Yeah, and there would be
Charlie Kirk was
naysayers,
shot.
but it wouldn't matter because
Right. Charlie Kirk
wouldn't.
was shot with a 30-06. We found the gun. Oh shit. Tyler Robinson turned himself in. He's alive. We're fucked. Our whole narrative is going to shit. They tried to lie to cover it up. They got caught in every single lie they were telling. They tried to cover up those lies with other lies, got caught in those, and now they're absolutely screwed. And I do not think that kid's going to make it to trial. Honestly, don't. And that's a shame, because he's a patsy. He's a patsy. And they're going to ruin his kids and his families. That's true. But they're going to ruin this kid's life and his family's lives, because they wanted Charlie gone. So there. That's my opening statement.
All right. Well, hey, the Tuesday episode is supposed to be the lighthearted one, and we started out pretty lighthearted. So, good job.
Thoughts? You got any thoughts? Or you agree, disagree, don't care, whatever? I don't care.
No, I think
If
it was,
okay, let,
I
let,
think
let
it
me put it
was, it
this way.
was, I think it was very obvious from the beginning that there was more going on
Yeah.
than what we were being told.
Let me put it
So,
this way. If he doesn't make it to trial, that pretty much just proves everything I said and what everybody else
yeah,
is
I
saying.
mean,
So hopefully that's not what
yeah,
happens, but we'll see.
I can't disagree with that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
It's a shame. And it's a shame that our government would do that to us
and it
too.
sucks
So
because it's a what, like 20-year-old kid.
yeah. And and from what I hear, the kid is like a genius. He's super intelligent, and it's a shame. And if he doesn't make it to trial, everybody knows that. Well, some government had a hand in it, or did it because they. I mean, they see that the government's case against him is falling apart, and all of a sudden this kid unalives himself. They know the government did it. Now, whose government, whatever, could be debated, or maybe both. But whatever. All right, let's get into some lighthearted
It
shit.
doesn't matter though because like yeah, it doesn't matter because if he unalives himself, then people just like they were with Epstein, they'll be like, "Oh, he was so guilty, he felt so bad."
Yeah,
Yeah.
some of the people, but I think more people are waking up to the facts. So we'll see. Hopefully, it
So
doesn't come to that. All right,
I
what do you
got a
got?
question for you. It's
Yeah,
actually not happy go lucky. It should be, but it's not. I meant to bring it up on our last episode, but
our
so
dark episode.
so I want to talk about AI a little bit. I want to talk
Oh,
about
see,
AI.
that was my next topic, you bastard. Yeah,
So
AI
so
sucks. Yeah,
things have come out about AI where people have posted all of their where they're like they ask about white privilege and AI will go on and on about what white privilege is and how we should be paying reparations and we're all evil and blah blah blah. But then you ask about like black crime statistics and stuff and they're like, well, you shouldn't stereotype and this and that and blah 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 blah. So there's certain things you can't talk to AI about, right?
yeah, because it's programmed to be biased. Yes.
So there's something that you can talk to AI about that is kind of surprising and a bit disturbing. And it kind of goes with our last story. Apparently, you can have lengthy conversations with AI about unaliving yourself, and AI will help you out with it.
Wow.
So,
Fuck, dude.
more and more stories are coming out, and unfortunately, the majority of them are younger kids
Yeah.
who are, they're going through younger kid stuff, and they're hormonal and dealing with being
And AI is
teenagers, and
talking them into
they're
doing shit they
feeling a
shouldn't be
little
doing.
blue, and AI is talking them into stuff and in some cases helping them like with how to tie nooses correctly and what the correct length of rope should be so that you get the desired effect and things of this nature.
I, I mean, I've been telling you, AI is evil. It's evil. It was developed by evil people. It's run by evil people, and it's just evil.
So there's a couple of cases people are working to have regulations changed so that people under the age of 18 won't be able to talk directly with AI on their own.
I hope
Uh,
so.
but so here's the
But that
problem, dude.
that goes to
Here's the problem.
parenting too.
Like yeah, so you're not supposed to be able to look at porn
Yeah.
online unless you're 18 or over, right? 21 or over some places.
Hmm.
Um, but honestly, dude, like is there any place that like, I mean, any
All you got to
teenager
do
you
is
go
click.
to,
All you got to do is click a
all you
tab that
gotta do
says
is
yes, I
click,
am over
"Yes, I'm
18.
over 18."
Yeah,
Um, and, like, places like Reddit is an absolute hellhole. You can look at anything you want on Reddit, and you don't have to have any sort of proof of age, right?
same with Discord.
So, yeah, Discord is the same. A lot of these, there's all sorts of other, like, chat programs
Yeah,
and they're just the Wild West,
right.
So, I don't see how this is going to be regulated. But yeah,
It
I was actually
look,
I was kinda shocked.
it falls on parenting. 90% of this is going to fall on parenting. Now, the problem is, I have no faith in the parenting. I really don't because I've seen some stupid shit. People who know what Roblox is involved in, but still let their kids play Roblox.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I mean,
You know,
here's the thing, man, like, parents used to have to pay babysitters, and
they
now they
don't.
don't. They just put a screen in front of their kid, whether it's a
See,
TV or a tablet or a
see,
phone or a
see. We
PC
did
or
that. We did that when Lexi and Nikki were younger. We put a screen in front of them, but it was Barney.
yeah. I mean, I think every parent has done it to some extent, um,
Yeah,
but it's
but
like it's a whole new world now because, like you said, Barney wasn't interactive. Like,
no.
Barney wasn't less or messaging Lexi and Nikki back and grooming them, right?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
uh,
yeah. But that's the thing. Do you ban that shit in your house till you're 18? You
I
know?
mean, listen, I've got lots of friends that have kids, and everyone has a different view on how they should do it. Uh, and of like one side of it's going to say, well, if you don't allow your kids to experience this, then they're missing out and they're not going to be properly prepared, blah 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 blah. I've not seen
Bullshit.
evidence of that at all. I've not seen evidence that any kid that
Right.
was kept away from that stuff turned out any worse. And in fact, it's usually the opposite. So, and
Now,
the
now,
stories
now,
of kids like,
do you? I mean, there's underlying problems if someone telling someone how to tie a noose the right way gets them to kill themselves. That's not what gets them to kill themselves. That there's
no, it's
there's
not.
there's some other problems. So are parents not addressing these problems? Are they not seeing them? Are they ignoring them? Are the kids not telling them? Are kids better at hiding these problems? I mean, that's what needs to be figured out because I could go on and watch a video on how to tie a noose and be like, cool. Now I know how to make one if I ever want to make one for some stupid Halloween or whatever. But, I'm not going to go kill myself because I learned how to tie a noose correctly. So what you gotta address the underlying issues somehow.
Yeah. I mean, I think just
So
in general, people have, I don't want to say they've gotten lazy when it comes to parenting,
yeah, they have.
you
They
know,
have.
and
And you know what I've
it's
noticed?
not, I don't think it's fair to say that people don't care. I think it's more, and this goes into a way deeper discussion of like what the family dynamic used to be, which is the husband left the house, went out and made the money, and the mom stayed at home and she knew what was going on with the kids. And then, the kids would come home to the mother there, and then the husband would come home and the mother would give the husband a rundown of what was going on with the kids.
And you had
And it's
neighbors that
just,
would give you a rundown of going on with your
your
kids.
neighbors were keeping
Yep.
track of things. The
Yep.
schools were in communication with the parents. It was community, and it's not anymore.
No, and part of the problem I see too with the younger parents is they want to be their kid's buddy, a lot, and instead of a parent, and you got to be a parent first, and discipline is severely lacking in I think as well, and they don't want to they don't want to
Like
make
you can't be your kids' friends, and I don't
no.
mean that like you can't be friendly with your kids. Like, yeah, you hang out, you talk, you do things together, but at the end of the day, at first you have to be a parent.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Sadly, that's huh. That's crazy, man. At AI, people can see you can fuck with too many people with AI, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I've been messed with AI, and I
I
don't like it.
I think it's
And
like anything else online. I think it's like any other tool, man. It's like a car or a hammer or a gun or a knife or anything else. It can be used for really good stuff. Like, listen, I have never used my car to do anything evil. I use my car to drive myself to work. I use my car to drive my family on vacation. I use my car to drive me and my wife to dinner, right? But I could use my car to drive into a crowd of people,
yeah, no,
right?
I hear you.
I use my
I
I,
hear you.
I use my kitchen knives to prepare food for my family, right? Sometimes I use them to open packages. Sometimes I use them to accidentally slice myself because I'm too impatient to
Here,
get the right tool to do something, right?
but
But
here's
I
the thing
could
with
use it to do really horrible things.
here's the
It's
thing
the
with
same
that.
like
There's a
the
big
internet's the same way.
there's a
Like
big
I can use the
difference.
internet to do amazing stuff and learn amazing stuff and gain all this knowledge and communicate with people that I wouldn't normally be able to communicate with in a positive way. But I could also
Right.
use it to do awful stuff. I could use it to stalk underage kids. I could use it to groom kids. I could use it to teach kids how to unalive themselves, like all this awful stuff, you
Okay, but
know? And
here's
it's
the thing.
just
Here's a big difference between what you're saying and AI. If you're going to use a knife to do bad and you're coming at me with a knife, I know you intend to do harm. So I can defend myself, okay? Or do or try to defend myself. If you're going to speed up in a parking lot and try to hit me with your car, I can dive out of the way. I know you're coming to get me. Same with a gun, same with any of that. With AI, you don't. I mean, someone could come after you innocently to where you actually have empathy and you're not realizing the evil behind it yet. You're not seeing the threat. You're seeing something completely different made up by AI, and you're feeling empathy and seeing empathy, and you let your guard down. By then, it's too late. So you're not seeing the threat. You know what I mean? With a knife in a car and all that
no,
stuff, you're seeing the threat. But I can
this
create
this
something, Tom, where I can send it to you and it's from me and you don't see the threat. And you're like, "Oh, okay, I'll help with this." And by that time it's too late. You've been scammed or whatever.
no,
You know
and
what I mean?
this all kind of ties into something I've said many times before is I don't think that we're mature enough,
To handle the
intelligent enough,
internet.
whatever it
Yeah.
is to handle the technology that we have.
No,
And
we're
this
not. We're
it's weird.
definitely
It
not.
kind of ties into a conversation we had on our last episode about Sam Neill dying, but Sam Neill was famous for being in Jurassic Park. Famously in Jurassic Park, Jeff Goldblum said something along the lines of like we we were so interested in like whether or not we could do something. We didn't stop
We
and
never
think about
stop.
whether or not we should.
And that's Elon Musk has been warning
And
about that with AI.
that's where we're at. We're so into like, oh my gosh, we can do this. Let's do it. We're not stopping to think about, okay, we can, but should we?
Right. Because you
Like, are
can't
we
once it's out there,
really
once it's out there, you
once it's
can't
out
rein it
there,
back
you
in.
can't pull it back. Yeah.
And Elon Musk has been warning against AI for a long, long time, and saying that this is not good. We should not be releasing this because we can't control it once it's released, and you can't. It It's an evil thing, I think. I just don't think I really don't see the upside to I really don't. I mean, the chat GPT and all this bullshit, people are like, oh, you can get any info. Yeah, but that's not, I don't want that. I don't want a lawyer that passed law school by using chat GPT and has absolutely no fucking knowledge in his head whatsoever. Worse yet, I don't want a surgeon working on me that learned everything and passed everything with chat GPT and doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. You know,
No, and that the problem is that we
hey,
used to have to work for this knowledge.
yeah,
You used
now
to
it's
have
right
to
there.
you used to have to like go to school for this knowledge. At the very least, like go to a library, you know, search
Yeah,
through the books, find the book, read the book, like retain the knowledge, right?
right,
Now it's
right.
just like now I just like hold a button down on my phone and say, "Hey, how do I do this?"
It's
And it's right there in front of me.
yeah, yeah. I know. I don't like it. Do I use it? Yeah, I do. I'm not gonna lie. I do use it.
Yeah.
Um, do I use it a lot? No. Um, but is it convenient? Fuck yeah, it is. But I can see it doing more harm than good. More harm
I
than good.
honestly like when Google started using AI, right? So it used to be you did a Google search and it just came up with links, right? Links that matched
Right.
your
Right.
search.
Right.
Now it comes up with a block of AI stuff. Like
Right.
Google has parsed your question on all of the like results it's going to get, and it comes up with the AI answer. And I used to skip right past that. I'm like, fuck that fucking AI, you know? But now I'm going to be honest. That's the first place I look because I know that that's taken that first X number of results and it's compiled them for me and probably given me the answer that I'm looking for.
What's nice is I have these hearing aids that hook up to my phone. All right. They hook up to the audio. So I can just say, hey, Google, and search something, and it pops up. And what it does is it reads me that AI, what you're talking about, that
Yeah.
AI synopsis. It reads me
Yeah.
that, so I don't even have to go to my phone at all. I mean, it just it reads me the AI results of that search in my ears, and I get the information that way. And I never have to touch my phone or be near it. It's crazy, dude. It's just fucking crazy. So yeah, not cool.
Did
AI
I talk
evil.
did I talk about these on here?
VR. Oh
These are
yeah,
my AI glasses.
your meta glasses.
These are my meta glasses.
Yeah.
So I could be driving around, I could be walking around, I could be on a run, whatever. And I just say, "Hey," I'm not going to say it cuz she'll start answering me. And ask it questions and get all of that stuff right here, no matter where I am, whatever I'm doing.
No, it's crazy. It's crazy.
So yeah, and
Crazy.
that the thing
Yeah.
is that like you got two guys like us sitting here we're honestly I don't know about you, but I'm very anti AI. But
You use it. Yep. I know.
I still use it. Um, and so it's like I guess it's not that I'm anti AI. It's just that I'm anti all the things that I know AI is being used for that aren't
Dude,
healthy.
I was anti Alexa. I was anti all that shit. I was like, there's
And
no
it's
way I want
weird.
this shit spying on me. And now I've got all that crap in my house.
It's weird because part of me is like, look, conversation we had on the last episode about freedom. Part of me is like, look, let people do what they want. But another part of me is like, man, we're not mature enough to do what we want. We're gonna fuck it up in a big way.
Well, yeah, in certain aspects. I define freedom as, look, I can say whatever the fuck I want as long as I'm not inciting violence or calling for violence against anybody. Okay. You can't yell fire in a crowded theater. You can't threaten the president, any elected official, and you can't create a riot or any kind of violence. But other than that, you should be able to say whatever the fuck you want. If you hurt some feelings, you hurt some feelings. Tough shit. Get over it. I should be able to go outside, and if I want to go fishing, I go fishing. If I want to go hunting, I can go hunting. You know, none of this should cost me money. If I buy, like you, buy land, land should be mine. I shouldn't have to pay rent to the government for the rest of my life for paid off land. Then you never actually own it. You're just a slave. Okay. And you should just be free to, I want to buy this freaking M4 with grenade launcher. I want the grenade launcher, and you should be able to buy it. Just have fun. What the fuck? Shooting guns is fun. Of
I did a
course.
raffle for a AR-15 with an underslung grenade launcher, and I lost the raffle. I was so mad. I really wanted that one.
But I mean,
Sorry, an
that's
underslung
freedom.
flare launcher.
Yeah, yeah, flare launcher. Yeah, okay. And you should be able to do that shit. Nobody has right to grab land and say you owe me to use it. Who the fuck are you? You didn't create this land. So that, to me, that's freedom. We don't have that. We won't. We never will. It'll get worse. Um, so you're right. We're not free. AI is going to, be the death of us. But God has a plan. So if you just
Did you watch Yellowstone?
no, I never watched that.
Great show, man. Really great
And
show. I actually I
I
just
tried a
like
couple times and I
I
couldn't
I
get
had a
into
ton
it.
of people tell me I should watch it, and I never did. And then I started, and I got totally hooked, and I binged the whole thing like within a couple months. Just finished it a couple weeks ago, but without spoiling anything, like the whole 5 seasons of it was basically like Kevin Costner is trying to keep this land, this ranch in Montana, and it's like everyone is trying to come in and build this stuff, which is going to raise his taxes, and he's not going to be able to afford it because he just has like this. It's a huge amount of land, but he's got a relatively small cattle ranch on it, and he's not going to be able to afford the property taxes.
That's what
And the whole time I'm thinking,
gee,
dude,
gee
this land has been in his family for over 100 years. Like, why
well
why does he not own it outright?
that's what um data centers are doing now. Data centers are going and doing land grabs away from farmers and trying to run like power lines and stuff through farms, which will disrupt the whole farming because it emits EMFs, electromagnetic fields that destroy crops and stuff around it, and things like that. So they're like, yeah, they only want this little strip, but it's going to affect the soil and everything for acres, and and the water supply's fucked. It's gone, and whatever's going to be put back in the water supply is going to be poison. So these data centers, which is nothing but just gathering information on everybody so they can spy on you and crush you and control you, is unnecessary. But we got to be the leader in AI. No, we don't. Shut the fuck up, Trump. We don't need to be the leader in AI. Let China take it over. Let them destroy their country. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Um, so I don't know. AI is evil. That's all I got
And
to say.
that like
Don't trust it.
you touched on something that I think is important. I think we need to start more strictly regulating what we in America are able to access on the internet from outside of this country.
What do you mean? Cut some
Like
more freedoms?
in this case, yes.
Why?
So every morning I'm on a meeting
Mm.
at 8:15. Part of the meeting is our cybersecurity manager going over the any ongoing or new cybersecurity threats from around the world.
China,
The
Iran.
vast
Yeah.
majority of them do not originate here in the US. They originate from other places in the world where they don't have any type of regulations on what they do. And in fact, the government is sponsoring
Yeah.
entities and corporations and stuff to do this stuff.
China.
I think you'd be, listen, you'd be surprised how much doesn't come from China, but comes
I
from
know.
neighbors
Iran.
No.
Canada?
Neighbors of
Mexico?
China. Neighbors of China.
Israel?
Dude, get a fucking map. Anyway.
I know, I'm just kidding.
So listen,
No, I'm not
just to
kidding.
kind
but
of
I'll
get us
explain
back
that
to
later.
the depressing subject that I brought up, there is actually an entire Wikipedia page that is called Deaths Linked to Chatbots. And there is well over 20 entries on here, include a couple of mass shootings. And I'm not reading it right now because we're recording, but I am going to read this page offline and come back with probably some shit for next week.
Oh, great. Great. Awesome. All
Anyway,
right.
move us along. What else you got for the next 20 minutes?
Jesus Christ. Okay, so I have this asshole that messaged me, and I've been trying to tell this guy that the moon landing's fake, and I've been
Is this
sending
someone you know?
videos. Yeah, it is someone I know. Yes,
Okay.
and I've been sending videos to this person proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that the moon landing's fake. Right. So I sent this dude an article, and then he texts me back. He goes, listen, you can't have it both ways. Either there's aliens in Antarctica and we've been using their tech for moon trips, or the moon landings never happened. Take your pick. And I said, we will discuss. So are you ready to discuss?
Fuck, I walked right into that one, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
All right, let's discuss.
I never once said any of the technology or information coming out of Antarctica was used for moon landings or moon trips. Never.
You didn't have to.
No, I didn't. But that's not what I was
You
talking
didn't
about.
have to, but that's the assumption.
No, it's not. The assumption is technology as far as what you see coming out now, okay, as far as technology in weaponry or anything like that, is at least 30 years old. The government's had it for at least 30 years. Okay.
Okay.
And so there's a guy, and I don't know right off, I could have it ready for next week, but he has a YouTube channel that he has video of US government teleporting an airplane, like grabbing it out of the sky. It disappears and shows up halfway around the world somewhere else. So they have this technology now.
See, I call bullshit on that, but go ahead.
Well, supposedly there's video, and supposedly there's some insiders that have said, yes, this actually does happen. And there's actually news articles written about this airliner showing up halfway around the world, and everybody's like, where the fuck did this come from? Because it landed on an island. And it's like, wait a minute, this plane took off from here. Well, how the fuck did it show up here? So it was an actual event. So I'm talking about GPS technology.
So you're saying we have the technology to teleport a plane from one location to another, but we don't have the technology to travel to the moon. But we don't have the technology to travel to the moon.
We didn't in 1969.
But you said that this most recent one, the Artemis, that we didn't travel to the moon either.
I don't believe it. But did you see that tinfoil jalopy from 1969 getting past?
You can't have it both ways. Listen.
In 1969 we didn't have the technology.
I'm on board with you with the whole moon landing thing right now.
Okay.
Like you've converted me, dude. You've convinced me.
All right.
And all the videos of like, what did they do with the cameraman? They just fucking leave him on the moon?
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
Seriously.
And how did they get the buggy up there in that little tiny thing? And
it was obviously like an erector set, right?
And you can't have any propulsion in space because there's no oxygen. So how did that thing
you
just
cannot
propel itself
sit here you cannot have this both ways. You cannot sit here and say, we've got aliens with all this technology trapped on the other side of the ice wall in Antarctica, but we can't even travel to the moon and back.
Well, you don't understand. Okay, aliens have this technology, but it's not like you just walk down there and be like, okay, we got it. It takes a shitload of time to freaking reverse engineer this shit.
Have we not had a shitload of time with this technology?
I don't know.
If we have had long enough to reverse engineer the technology to teleport a plane from one place on the earth to another, but we haven't had enough time to reverse engineer the technology to do a simple trip from the surface of our planet out and around the moon and back.
Here's the thing that scares me. I don't want to say scares me. It makes me a little nervous. When Trump came back into office, I forget who he was talking to, but he was on camera and he's like, look, I explained to them, China, I think it was. I explained to them, look, we have technology and weapons that you couldn't even understand right now. He's like, it's really not, don't want to mess with us because you just wouldn't believe the technology, the weapons we have. So then they were talking about the discombobulators, they called them, that they used in Venezuela. Did you hear about these? They went to the presidential palace. They got in one of the most heavily armed places on earth, the Venezuelan presidential palace, which was fortified up to yin yang, and got in and got the president without a single shot using discombobulators, which were these sound weapons that disoriented. That's what they called them. That's what they called them.
Dude, listen, there's no way.
What?
There is no way that we created a weapon based on any sort of technology and we called it a discombobulator.
Look it up. Do a Google search for the discombobulator in Venezuela.
Right, hold on.
But the thing is, they use these weapons that totally
I don't even know how to spell this shit.
But it totally
discombobulator. Go ahead, I'm listening.
It totally just messed with these guys as far as disoriented them. They didn't know what the hell was going on.
Okay, so it's a DEW. It's a directed energy weapon.
Yeah, I just said that.
No, you didn't. You
or maybe I was
going to say it. Discombobulator, dude. Come on.
But that's what it was, a direct energy weapon. Right. But it that's what they called it. Tell me I'm wrong.
That's what Trump called it. Listen,
right.
You can't quote Trump. Listen.
He's in the press. He put this out in the press, so everybody knows it as a discombobulator.
I voted for Trump 3 times.
Jesus Christ.
Everybody
knows it as that because he says it.
I still say that he's a better choice than.
So what I'm saying is they use this weapon.
Harris.
They use this weapon that totally disoriented them.
Discombobulator, come on.
Are you going to shut the fuck up for 5 seconds here? So they have this weapon where they can get into a fortified area without firing a single shot by just these people can't even fucking find the guns that they're using. And they interviewed some of these people that were affected by it afterwards, and they said, we have no fucking idea what that was. We couldn't do shit. We couldn't see. We couldn't hear. We felt like shit. We didn't know where we were.
I have one word that will.
They were discombobulated.
Bullshit on everything that you're saying. You ready for it? You ready?
Yeah.
Hold on to your horseman.
What about Iran? We don't have ground forces in Iran.
If we have this technology, Iran should have been over with in 27 seconds.
No, we don't have ground forces in Iran. You have to use it with ground forces.
Why do we need ground forces?
Because it can't be.
We have this technology. We can mount it on airplanes. We can mount it on drones.
No,
You tell me we don't have the technology to get drones in and out of Iran and do this?
We don't have ground forces in Iran. We're not going to put ground forces in Iran because it is some of the most treacherous terrain in the world. You're never going to get anything done. You can't use direct energy weapons at far range. They have to be close range and they have to be consistent. A drone is
drones.
not going to work because
Why?
the drone's going to sit there for 2 seconds and get shot out of the fucking sky by Iran's gajillion missiles they have, or whatever.
Stealth drone parking on top of a building.
Jesus Christ. No, it's not
Why
going to.
not?
No, it's not going to
Why not?
work.
But we have the technology to teleport planes around the planet.
I can't argue with a fucking moron. I can't.
The moron. How am I the moron here?
Because you just get unreasonable and just stupid because you just want to play devil's advocate. You can't. These weapons, how they work, and they've got to be close up, and they got to be consistently close up. And drones are going to cut it. You think Iran is going to let drones into their territory without shooting them down? And how are you going to mount?
Why can't we teleport the drones into Iran?
These giant fucking thing, because we're still working with the teleportation.
Wait, they're giant,
technology.
but a guy like me has to carry it. On, man.
Compared to a drone, these are bigger weapons. They're not going to carry them. They can carry payload. They can carry bombs, little bombs, but they're not going to carry fucking direct energy weapons. Jesus.
Okay. So, okay. But I could carry it in. I could carry it into Venezuela and use it to abduct their president.
Yeah.
But a drone couldn't carry it in. I think somebody's argument is falling apart.
No, it's not falling apart. I could drive a fucking tank into Venezuela, but a drone can't fucking fly a tank and drop it on the presidential palace.
So you're telling me that these directed energy weapons were tank mounted? And we drove
No, I
tanks
didn't
into
say
Venezuela?
that. You're saying that anything that the guys could carry, a drone could carry. No, not necessarily. I've never seen a
I'd argue
drone.
that a drone could carry much more than a human could carry.
You're just being a dick now. No, you're just being a dick. Come on. A drone, a fucking direct energy weapon that you need to carry in, you need to point it at the guys on the ground and fire it and keep it there to keep them disoriented. A drone is not going to be able to do that. One, a drone isn't going to be able to get that low. If it does get that low, it's going to get shot right out of the fucking sky, but it's carrying something that's large that maybe 2 guys need to carry, and it's not going to sit there and be able to pull the trigger and shoot this thing at enemy territories. You know, they don't have opposable thumbs and shit to be able to do this.
All right, man.
I mean, come on.
I love these talks. I love these talks.
You can strap a fucking 50 cal Barrett 50 cal to a drone. It can't pull the fucking trigger.
Why not? Dude, come on. Seriously? That's the dumbest thing anyone has ever said.
Yeah, that's the dumbest thing. That's the fucking dumbest thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Because there's never been an aircraft in the history of ever that had a remotely controlled weapon.
Really, dude?
Because
a drone?
Because
a $20,000 drone is going to carry a fucking Barrett 50 cal fully automated? Bullshit.
Do you have any idea the drones that the government have?
No, do you?
Do you have any idea the drones that are available to civilians at this point? I think unfortunately
Hold
You've
on.
been living on your couch too long.
No.
And you think that like the little drones that Scott races around are what drones are.
No. 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 Hold on.
Holding. So in other news, I went to Harbor Freight this week and I bought myself a torque screwdriver. I did this because I didn't think that I was putting the correct torque on my green dot on my pistol, because I took the green dot off of my pistol so that I could get used to it without the green dot, just iron sights. And after I put roughly 800 rounds through it, I decided I'm used to it. I'm going to put the green dot back on. And I did that. And while I was at the range, I saw my dot moving around.
How is a drone going to carry that?
How's a man going to carry that?
They drive the fucking truck it's mounted to.
So drive it into Iran. You're telling me that Iran is
No,
more
you're telling me
inhospitable
drones.
terrain?
No.
You're telling me that Iran is more inhospitable terrain than Venezuela is.
We don't have boots on the ground in Iran to drive these in. You're telling me drone. A drone could take this in there.
We didn't have boots on the ground in Venezuela.
Yes, we did. We had tactical teams that went in there.
Okay, so why don't we do the same in Iran?
I don't know. I'm not Pete Hegseth, but I'm telling you, a drone.
I can't expand that here, but the one picture, it looks like it's on the bottom of an is that an F-16, F-35? F-18, that's an F-18, F-18 Hornet. All right, so if you can mount one on the bottom of an F-18, you can mount one on the bottom of a big-ass drone.
You're fucking retarded. Look at the size. Look at the size of that. Look at the size of that. Okay, it's got to be mounted to a plane. I mean, you seriously think they're going to put it on a fucking drone? And you show me one picture of a direct energy weapon mounted to a drone. Here's another direct energy weapon. That'll fit on a drone. There you go. It's not going to happen. Totally different scenario.
Okay, man. So, riddle me this, Batman.
Yeah.
How did we get one of these into Venezuela? In a stealth manner. Such a way that we could sneak in and sneak out and nobody knew what had happened until after it was all done.
I don't know. Ask the military, because I know you can drop larger things in by parachute. I don't know.
We probably teleported in it.
Why? You got to be a dick. I mean, seriously, they used them in Venezuela. They're not. They're different. It's this war in Iran is 100% totally fucking different. Okay, one, there's no boots on the ground. Okay. Two, it's not our war. It's whose war is this? Who are we helping in this war?
Listen, I have a very important question.
We are not the instigators in that. We are helping Israel with this war. So why doesn't Israel send them in?
We technically have like 1 minute left. We can go long if you want. I'm in the mood. We can go long if you want. So here's my question for you. Very serious question. You ready for this?
Yeah.
I don't feel like you're ready for it. I feel like you get your head down.
Because I know it's coming.
You don't know what's coming.
Yeah, I do. Go ahead.
What do you think's coming?
No, go ahead.
How much you want to bet? Because I'll bet you something. Listen, I bet my wife earlier this week Really
Uh-huh.
irritating because I knew that I was right and I made the bet and she accepted the bet and now she's reneged on the bet.
Mhm.
Very upset about this.
Mhm.
All right. The question is, should I buy a pre-built AR or should I build my own?
I don't care.
How can you not care?
And no, I don't care. Build your own because it's the only way it's gonna be exactly the way you want it. Right?
So here's the problem with that. Feel as though I could buy something for a reasonable amount of money that's ready to go. It's not going to be exactly what I want, but it's going to be ready to go. And then I can slowly modify it over time.
Why?
Whereas if I
Why don't you just
if
build
I
it the way you want it?
build something, it's going to cost me a lot more
But you can have what you
because I'm
want
going to
right
be
away.
like, "Oh, look at that shiny thing. I want that." I don't know, man.
Um,
I don't know.
it all depends on if you care about how much money you spend.
Well, I do, or
Well,
else I wouldn't be having this internal conflict. I would
then
just be like,
buy the
I'd
pre-made
be like,
one.
"Here's my credit card."
Buy the pre-made one and modify it. Maybe you could strap it to a drone and go target shooting with it.
I mean, honestly, I could.
Yeah,
So
you could.
there's a company. I'm going to give a
Mhm.
plug, even though like they obviously don't sponsor us. Why they don't sponsor
Nobody
us, I don't
does.
know. They should,
I
right?
don't know either. 6 Hours should sponsor us.
Um, so there's a company. They make this AR. It is called the One Horse Express. Okay, it is a 16-inch barrel, 5.56 223 AR rifle that comes with a built-in FRS. You know what an FRS is?
No,
Force
maybe.
reset.
What's
You know
that?
what a force reset trigger is? It's basically the best way for us as civilians to get a faster than semi-automatic weapon. You picking
Okay,
up what
cool.
I'm saying here, right? So
Yeah,
basically,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you pull the the bump stock like bumps into you, and it's just kind of like it's like a muscle reaction, right?
Right.
And then the what was it what is it, the alpha trigger? What is that called? You know the one I'm talking about, where it pews on the way back and it pews on the way forward.
Yeah,
It's not like that. It just it
yeah,
forces the reset so that when you pull back, it forces it out. So you're basically going like that, right?
yeah.
So
Nice.
it yeah, so
So wait a minute. Is that on the one you build yourself, or is this the one that you
no,
can
so
buy?
this is a pre-built one. So this is
I
a
get it. I
pre-built
just buy it
one.
right now.
Here's the crazy thing. I can actually get it with an optic installed and it's under $1,300.
That's not bad.
No, it's not bad at all. And it's not like a cheap optic. It's a nice optic. It's a several $100 optic.
So
I kind of want to do it.
how much would it cost to build one?
Well, more than that, because like I said, because I would go through the list and I'd be like, "Ooh, I want that. Ooh, I want that. Ooh, I want that." This thing,
You'd be stupid, yeah.
this thing, like, so it comes with the gun and the optic, right? Um, it looks like it's got a pretty good grip. It's got a pretty good stock. It's got a pretty good trigger. Um, It's got like very good bones. So you'd still like you'd probably want to add a light to it, a flashlight. Um, you're gonna want to add a sling to it. It's got uh the sling contact points, which is nice. So you'd still have to do some stuff to it, but out of the box, it's ready to rock. So,
Yeah, but adding the flashlight and the sling is not super, super expensive either.
no, you can go stupid on the flashlight, especially with an AR because you're gonna want to get your trigger and everything. So like you're gonna want like a grip up front. You're gonna want the flashlight. I mean, it's gonna cost you another couple $100, but like all in with everything, I could probably be around 1,500, 1,600 bucks with this.
So how much is it to buy it to
And it and
already
it
or
would
to
be
build it yourself?
faster than semi-automatic, to be politically correct. But to build myself, if I did everything that I wanted to do, I'm probably looking at like a $7,000-8,000. I'm
Well, that's
just
just
being
fucking
honest.
stupid then.
I'm
That's
just
not
I'm
even a
just being
question.
honest. I'm just being honest because I'm gonna
Wow.
look at list of I'm gonna look at like the lowers, right? And I'm gonna be like, oh, that's a nice lower, that's a nice lower. Ooh, wait, this one, that's only, $1,200 for the lower. I'm gonna get that one. I'm gonna
I would
look
just
at
buy the
optics. I'll be
pre-built.
like, oh, that's a nice
What did
optic. That's a nice optic. Oh,
what did
look at this
Angela
optic.
say?
Oh, that's only $1,300. I'm gonna get that one.
What did Angela say?
What'd she say about what?
I don't know. You said something about a bat reneging in this. So what the fuck do they have to do with this AR build?
So listen, all right. So we got friends that they got a summer place out in Port Clinton. They got a boat,
Okay.
and we
I
we
should
we
buy
go
a
out with
boat.
them. You should buy a
Yep.
boat.
I
So
should.
we go out with them and we just go cruising around. Sometimes we'll go out to the islands or whatever. Sometimes we'll just go over to Boaters Beach.
No
Sometimes we'll
fishing?
cruise along the north shore of Ohio and just go to Lake Sandusky or whatever. Not with the women; they're not into it. So
They don't have to fish.
so we packed up our cooler and we went out there. This was last Saturday, and I knew exactly what I'd packed in the cooler, and I knew what I was serving to my wife because she got a broken foot. So like getting her on the boat was harrowing enough. Having her move around on the boat while it's moving, no, I don't think so. Like you ask me and I'll get it for you. I'm okay with that. So she likes drinking champagne while we're out and about. So we get her the little bottles of champagne. So
Okay.
we brought X amount of one type of little bottle of champagne and we brought X amount of another type of little bottle of champagne. And she specifically asked me at one point, I want this type of champagne, not this type. I said, okay. So I gave her that one and there was only one left. And I peeled all of the foil off of it and opened it for her and gave it to her. So then later on, probably a half hour, 45 minutes later, she asked me for another champagne. So I handed her one of the other ones. She's like, no, I want this kind. I said, you don't have any of those left. She says, yes, I do. I said, no, you don't. The last one that you drank was the last one of those. She says, no, the bottle was green. I said, all of the bottles are green, honey. It's only the foil and everything else that's a little different color. She said, no, that's not true. The bottle is pink. I said, no, trust me on this. You're wrong. This is what you have. I love you, but you're wrong. No, I'll bet you you're wrong. I'm like, okay, I'll bet you. I said, I bet you the rifle that I want to buy. Fine. So she goes digging through the cooler and she takes everything out of the cooler and she realizes that I'm right. And now she's reneging on it. Like, what the fuck? Like, yeah.
She can't renege with her witnesses.
There were witnesses that are not backing me up.
What?
They're not backing me up because here's the thing. It was only one other couple that was with us. The guy that owns the boat and his wife.
Gutless.
The wife is There's a couple other words I would use to describe her, but I'm not going to here. And the husband will not disagree with the wife.
She's opinionated. She's, let's see, what words would you use? She's mean. She's opinionated. She's bossy. She's a loser. She's L. Uh, okay. L. Loser. Okay, whatever. I don't know. L, but okay. So he's not going to go against his wife. You're going to chat it. I knew you were going to chat it. Well, what? Then he's a gutless turd. Oh, Jesus, God. It's worse than I thought. it, it's no word I was thinking is that bad. So he will okay, so this dude's obviously she holds his gonads in her purse, so all right, I see how it
Yeah.
goes.
So
Whatever. Wow.
so it
It doesn't matter.
sucks, but
The bet was made. You buy the gun, and if she has
yeah.
anything to say, you
So
say you
I'm
lost the bet. Tough
so
shit.
listen, I'm probably gonna go ahead and buy the gun. There's that.
That's what I would do.
Yeah. So hey, listen, I got another question. It's another gun related question since we're on the topic.
Be careful
Do
of
you have a
cyclospora.
concealed carry permit?
Don't need one.
Okay, so you don't have one?
Used to. Don't anymore.
Okay.
Constitutional carry.
So what do you think about getting one?
I mean, what's the point of getting one?
Well, you said you don't need one. Okay, you don't need one in Ohio.
Right.
But now they're talking about changing the regulations so that if you have one, it's nationwide.
Well, then I would get one, and I get one for free. So
You're robotic. You're super robotic. Break it
yeah,
up.
you've been that way. So if
No,
that's what they
you're still super robotic.
nothing I can do, I'm fine on this end. But
No idea what you're saying.
yeah,
There you
awesome.
go. Try it again. Try all of
All
that
right,
again.
got it. No, if that's what they're going to do, I would go get one. They're free. I get mine for free, so I would do it. But they haven't done that yet.
No, but so basically what they're saying is they're trying to push this through so that it's nationwide. And they're saying if you have one, you'll be grandfathered in. But if you don't, then you'll be under the new whatever legislation they put in. So you'll have to get this national one instead, which they're making it sound like it's going to be more difficult to get. More difficult, i.e., more expensive.
Then I'll get one. I'll just go get one now. As being a veteran, I get it for free. So
Well, that's kind of why I was asking. So I'm actually going to the class in like 2 weeks.
I'm surprised you don't have one yet.
Yeah, I just never have. But
Me and
because I was
Tina
kind
and
of
I
on the
both.
same well, I was kind of on the same lines with you. Like, I don't like, why would I get it? We're an open
Right.
carry. You're a constitutional carry state.
Tina and I both had ours before we were constitutional carry. So
So yeah, if you did you get it for free anywhere?
yeah, veterans get their CCW in Ohio for free.
Okay. So you have to go to the class or anything, or you just like go and
I
get it?
did. I didn't know that when I got ours. When we got ours, I didn't know that. So I went to the Lexi bought us the class and everything for our anniversary or birthday or something. So we went and
Okay.
we got our CCWs. Then I found out that I could have just got it for free.
Really?
I didn't know. Yeah.
So what do you have to do aside from the class? You just apply and get it?
Nothing. Yeah, I just go and get it. I could just go and get it. I don't have to pay for it or
Well,
anything.
okay, what about Tina?
She would have
What did
to.
Tina
Yeah,
have to do?
she would have to go through everything. Yeah, but she wouldn't
Okay.
need to if she's with me.
What do you mean
But
she wouldn't need to? She still has to
all
have her own.
all see that's bullshit because again, it's a constitutional right. It should
I
be
I don't disagree with that.
should be
I
constitutional
don't
carry
disagree
across
with
all
you at
50
all, but
states.
I also want to follow the law.
No, I
So if I want to
understand.
carry it and it's the law, then
But
I'm
what
going
I'm
to do what
saying
the law
is they
says.
shouldn't
Doesn't
come
mean
out
I'm
with
not going to
this.
fight against the law.
It doesn't. They shouldn't be coming out with this 50 state. You got to go and it's strict and you got to pay. That's bullshit. It should be constitutional carry in every state. So whatever. Be careful of
And it might honestly like
cyclospora.
it might stay the exact same as it is now, where it's just like if you get it within your state, then it transfers to a national one. But the talk is that they're going to pass this, and if you have yours already in whatever state you're in, that it's going to grandfather you into a national one.
Dude,
But if you don't have it beforehand, then you're going to have to jump through whatever hoops they
dude,
put in nationally in
look,
order to get it.
Trump's been in office almost 2 years and they can't pass shit. So I'm not even going to worry about it. The only thing they've
Now,
passed, since the big beautiful bill is they. Did you hear that the House has just passed daylight savings time permanent? No more turning the clocks back. Yeah,
that would make me
yeah,
so happy.
right. I know. Then it wouldn't be dark at 4:30 in the winter.
I hate that so much.
Yep. So that's one step closer to becoming. This could be done by the time clocks are supposed to be changed this fall.
I would be
Yeah.
so freaking. You know what?
So
You
you
know what's
see,
crazy to me is shit like that where it's not worldwide and like everybody does it differently. There's
well,
even like there's parts of
Indiana
Indiana that
doesn't.
don't
Yeah,
change their time. Like how?
Indiana
You're
doesn't.
right in the middle of our fucking country.
Mm-hmm. I know it's
But
stupid. It's
every
the
other
dumbest
place in
fucking
the
thing.
country changes it. It's craziness.
Yeah, they need to stop that, and it looks like they're going to be stopping it. So I'm excited about that. That's the way to end the show on a high note. But
Are we ending the show now?
be careful. Listen, I've been trying to tell you this. Be careful of cyclospora. Do you know what cyclospora is? You do not want explosive diarrhea for weeks, dude.
Listen,
All right?
did did you read the story about Taco Bell?
Yeah.
Like
Look,
what? Taco Bell causes explosive diarrhea? No.
Taco Taco Bell's been giving people explosive diarrhea for 50 years, dude. So, but
Uh,
I yeah, this like it oof, that's rough, man. So they're saying avoid bag salads, pre-cut lettuce, fresh spinach, spring mix, fresh herbs, cilantro, basil, and parsley, and fresh berries until the source is identified. Lower risk choices are bell peppers, carrots, cucumbers, tomatoes, avocados, fruits with peels, frozen fruit, or cooked vegetables. There you go.
yeah.
The more you know. You don't want explosive
The
diarrhea.
more you
Why
know.
do I see toilet paper stock going up in the near future? Hmm. 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 Interesting.
That's
Interesting.
beautiful.
Interesting.
That's beautiful.
So
Yeah.
I don't know.
So listen. So I'm on this page for this rifle that I'm looking at, and even
Yeah.
here, so there's 4 different optics options, and I'm very much
Yeah.
drawn to the most expensive optic. When it's like I don't need that. I'm not competition shooting. I don't
No, you're
need
not.
almost $700 optic, right?
No, you don't, dude. You're shooting at a pile of dirt. Just, I mean,
You're
you don't
breaking. You're
need
you're robotic again.
Oh God, this is driving me nuts.
No, he went away and it's still recording. Um, okay. So hopefully he's going to come back. Maybe he's not. Is he coming back? I hope so. Because if he doesn't, that's pretty awkward. Hello? Hello? Oh, he's back. Oh, the recording one? God, I hope this fucking. Oh, I hope it recorded. All right. Well, let's end it then. Yeah. Let's end it and then we'll talk about this offline. So listen, like, subscribe, follow, share, message us. That's all you got to do.
Shit, because I
It
might
takes
not
you
be on this.
literally
So.
it takes you literally 10 seconds of your time to do those things for us. Helps us get out to the world. Hey, listen, we're a couple of old ass like middle-aged idiots. Who cares, right? Just share us. Let other people enjoy our idiocy. Cool? All right.
Cool.
So we will see you
Yes.
next week. Love you.
Bye.
End it.
I did. I did. Trying to reconnect. Make sure you
Still
have it
says it's
stable.
recording.
Don't you have a stop
Still
button?
says it's recording. Oh my God. I don't have a stop button. I have a leave button, but not a stop button. And I could tell it's still recording because your video is still shit. Good. Now there's two of you. Sake. All right. I'm going to leave and I'm going to come back because I want to talk to you about this.
Yeah, we'll both